People, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening, depending on when this video is reaching you. I bring progress news to you people. Wilson Wike, the FCT minister, have come again. This time around, he had an interview with Channel Television, and a lot of questions were asked how he became the FCT minister and his position in PDP. But what I want you people to share or listen to in this news that's most important to some of us here is how he threatened PDP that anyone in PDP should dare to suspend him. I'm not going to take your time on this. The video is a very lengthy one. Watch it from beginning to the end and share. Let everybody see what he has said this time around. Thank you.
It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, welcome, sure.
And congratulations on your appointment as the FCT minister.
Thank you very
How
much.
did it come to you?
Difficult question. How did it come to you?
I mean,
Well,
did you see becoming, and did you see yourself becoming an FCT minister in the first place?
never one day, never. That's why I was surprised when it was announced that the president had deemed it fit that should be the FCT minister. And so it's not something I planned. It's not something I thought was possible. But here we are. So very grateful to Mr. President, and I thank God Almighty.
How does it feel with you? If there is a way to say it, you being a governor for 2 terms, someone would say this is your 3rd time of being a governor, because the FCT has, under the Constitution, has that status that makes you look like the 37th state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do you feel particularly privileged to have this kind of profile?
Oh, what I would say is that I feel privileged that having served as the total governor of a statutory state, and then the president, commander-in-chief, also appoints me as to come and take a particular look at the FCT, which a structure looks like a state. Right? A structure looks like a state because the way the state is structured is just similar. Like how FCT is being structured. FCT is not like a ministry per se, right? But it's being governed or being administered by a minister appointed by the president. So I will not, I'll say like a 3rd time, I will not agree to that.
It looks like
no, I will not agree to that.
As a lawyer,
no,
because you know he's one of the
no. You may be performing.
Yeah.
You may be performing functions because the Federal Capital Territory, but it's not a state. It's the Federal Capital Territory. So the functions you may be performing may look familiar. In terms of state, you are the governor. Here, my boss is the president. So many things I take to my boss as the president for approval. But as a state governor, no. So you have to differentiate it. So you're not fully, yes, even though the structure maybe that we have our secretaries, which is like commissioners, you have a secretary legal counsel, which like an attorney general of the state, right? So that's how it looks like. You have director of this and that and that and that, you know. So in that way, it's okay. But in terms of exercising the powers, it is not the same. Because you must seek the approval of Mr. President.
A Christian, the first Southerner to become an FCT minister.
Yeah.
How does that come to you?
I don't want to go into that line of religion. Frankly speaking.
But those are the facts.
Well, you see, that is the problem we have in this country. And that's what the president has tried to do. FCT is Federal Capital Territory. There's no law that said you must be social religion before you occupy the seat. There's no law that said you must come from social area before you become the FCT minister. And that is the kind of things people are saying going wrong in the country. You see, we can't continue to have it this way. Let everybody believe that FCT is for all of us. Whether you're from the West, whether you're from the North, whether you're from the East, where from the start have that sense of belonging. And that is why the cabinet we're bringing in, you will see Nigeria. You will see Nigeria everywhere represented. And that is the way it's supposed to be. And so that's why I said, I don't want to go into as a Christian. But I'm not, the work we are going to do here is not for Christians alone. It's not for Muslims alone.
Honorable Minister,
yes.
There are those who are indigenous people of Abuja.
Yes.
How do they feel hearing or feeling that there is a southerner that is leading their state, so-called?
Yep.
Do you connect with them? Have you been able to reach out to the indigenous people of Abuja? They are the real owners of Abuja in the region.
Okay, now, what did I say here? I said when the cabinet is inaugurated, you will see the indigenous people are represented in that cabinet, which has never happened before.
That's what you will do?
Of course. Of course.
You carry them along?
Of course, certainly. You see, even if we know it's a federal capital territory, we must also consider there are people who are settlers here, who were here before the government started relocating them. You must have to carry them along. See what happened yesterday. It has never happened. How many days did it take us? The federal government had wanted to do this second runway, right? And FCT had to acquire land for Ministry of Aviation, right? Money was paid to the contractor CCECC, and this project is supposed to be a 1-year project. In fact, by this last June, that project would have been commissioned. But no way. The Minister of Aviation came to me, said they have this problem. Immediately, we moved in, sat with the communities. What is the problem? This is the problem. We are told they are going to pay us 2.5 billion. And out of a sudden, we are hearing it cannot be that. We said, yes, it's correct. It can be that. Whoever told you the government was going to pay 2.5 billion was not telling you the truth. First of all, Ministry of Aviation had no power. The land they went to value, who acquired the land for them? It is FCT. It's the responsibility of FCT to say, this is what we pay, right? And you see, what citizens expect was government should tell them the truth. And when we told them the truth, we said, look, we cannot. See the money that is available, we are going to pay you. If you accept this, okay. Secondly, I know how you feel. Employment, they are going to work there. Yes, aviation, you have to do something. But are available 12 employment. Mrs. of FCT, 10 employed immediately. We went further. What is the immediate need? This road, Tunga Madagi Bridge, and the road leads about 5 kilometers. Fine. Put in our budget. They require good health facility. Put in our budget. You are happy. Come on, pay the money. Contractor move to site. This is something that has not been solved for 1 year. We have solved it.
Is it in the corners in the Land Use Act on how remuneration or compensation should be paid?
Of course, the FCT has a schedule, how much is paid when they acquire land, per hectare, per this is what is done. So it's not for Ministry of Aviation to go and then do valuation and then go and tell the community how much they will pay. We made it clear. And when they say that it is the truth, it was easy for them to say, problems are solved.
So that's the resolved.
And that's been resolved. You see, this is second runway that ought to have been commissioned by June. But now it's taken up now. It's taken off now. So we're talking about next year. So the Minister of Aviation is so determined. And that's why he ran to me. Say, look, this is the problem. I said, no, this can be a problem. It has to be solved. It has been solved.
I mean, that's perhaps one major step that you have made since assuming office in just about a week or thereabout. But as it is right now, you look at the FCT, you look at the enormous responsibility that is on your shoulder. It is not a mean task in any case. Why do you think that the president wanted you to be the FCT minister?
Well, I think he must have seen my track record as governor. And then, of course, you see, there are certain positions that require people who will be able to take decision. One major problem of leadership is decision taking. That is one thing that is lacking. And he believed that he needed somebody that can say, look, I'm going to do this. And again, for me, that the president considered you, when I mean consider you, considering me, tells me that, look, while I was governor, in all my careers, in all my activities, people were watching. And so that may have convinced him to say, I needed somebody too who is going to take decision. It doesn't matter whose socks is God. It doesn't matter who is involved. And that is what also I've learned from him. He shook the country. He shook the country. Because nobody would have ever contemplated that the president would have, given FCT to not even somebody who is an ex-governor who has performed, but someone who's not his party. You see, that's what we call leadership. All he's looking for, who can make me succeed here? Not who is going to be dancing to me to see him every day. No. Who can make me succeed in this?
What did he tell you that he wants you to do in FCT?
First of all, the place is down. So many things have gone wrong in FCT. This is not the city our founding fathers contemplated. What is the problem here? You remember when I was inaugurated? Or when we were inaugurated, I came down here with my Minister of State and we had a press conference by telling the public, look, it is not going to be business as usual. Right? It's not going to be business as usual. So many things have been distorted in FCT, and we must get it right. And in getting it right, there's likelihood we're going to step on toes. You see, Nigeria is a difficult place, and Nigerians are difficult. Let me tell you one thing. You see, things are going wrong. They were the ones complaining that in the last 8 years, they can't feel the impact of FCT. They are the ones complaining there's no street light again. They are the ones complaining sanitation is bad. They are the ones complaining the master plan of FCT has been distorted. They are the ones complaining shanties everywhere. Right. Now somebody has come on board to say, listen, we're going to put this right. Right? We're going to do this, we're going to do this. We're not saying we're going to destroy what is right. We are saying that, look, anything that was not done rightly, that is bad, will not allow it to be. It doesn't matter who is involved. What happened? People went and sponsored people. Oh, he's not a Muslim, he's a Christian. He's not from the north, he's from the south. Oh, this is not like River State, where elites here. This. It doesn't bother me. Because first of all, what do you mean by elites? Today, in this country today, who are the major lawbreakers? Today, in this country, who are those that policies and these are benefiting from? Is there any poor man that is doing something to distort the master plan of FCT? Is there any poor man that has money to distort the master plan? Is there any poor man that live in Asokoro, that live in Matama, or Garaki, within the center that is producing all this refuse? What are we talking about?
So you blame the elite?
Certainly not. As far as the city is concerned, who are those who have the money to build? Who are those who are penetrating the FCT to make sure that even where, like the Gather's Park, green areas are today being developed? Who? Is it the poor person?
How bad is the state of things in the FCT?
I can tell you today. I'm just 1 week in office. We're still looking into a lot of things. I can tell it's bad.
How bad?
Bad, very bad. Take, for example, you have projects littered everywhere. all abandoned. You have sanitation not getting the necessary attention. Garnishing orders from judgments of courts. How are these things done? As I speak to you now, there's a garnishing order against the FCT, 800 million US dollars.
Over what?
How they had an arrangement with a private developer and gave so much land. And then again, how they came to say, look, we have cancelled it, this and that. And then people have to go to court. And the court gave judgment of 800 billion US dollars against them. How did they survive it? How would they survive it on that? How?
So that's the relief that a party and that person is seeking.
Of course, and the court granted it. Again, you ask yourself.
Are you appealing that?
Well, I've not gotten the full detail. The point I'm making is that these are the kind of problems we are faced. We are faced with the problem of land racketeering. I'm faced with a contract that awarded at the age of at the cost of 20 billion is now 180 billion. Look, it's terrible.
Everywhere. It's a mess.
But again, we're not complaining. We have the capacity to face the challenges. First of all, what I'm trying to do, we are going to set up a strong legal team. You see, those who break the law are those who rush to court early. We know them. We know the system, how they operate. I'm setting up a strong legal team. A legal team that believes that we should succeed. What is the confidence? Then why the confidence?
Is there something specific that the president says, look, Mr. Wike, this is this problem I want you to fix in the FCT? Did he give you like a standing order?
What he told me, he places down. And I want you to bring back the city. He did not say this, let you know that, oh, he has something in mind. One thing he said clearly, I watched him when he said at the MDA conference, Mr. Landlord, I want to ride on the metro line. Mr. Landlord, I want to ride on the what? Metro line. I remember before my appointment, when I had a privilege to discuss with him, one of the things unknown to me, that he was going to send me to FCT. He said, look, look at this and this, look at the metro line. It didn't occur to me that it was a hint. I thought we were just having a general discussion. But he now said at the NBA opening conference, Mr. Landlord, I want to ride on the metro line. For me, is that not a directive? It's a project. Is that
possible?
Of course it's possible.
How soon can that happen?
First of all, I've approved for the payment to the contractor, and I've told the permanent secretary and the director of treasury this money will be paid latest on Thursday, which is tomorrow. I just do, and then I've called the company. 8 months I need it. They said, look, with the funding, they're going to go.
So this metro line,
yes,
will take you from where exactly?
Well, you see, I may not know but all I know that I can take you from here down to the airport. I've got on it.
Inside of the town?
Yes.
Inside of the FCT?
Yes. Down to the, there's a Kudo down. It starts from one place to the other.
So you have
25 minutes.
Different stops?
Yes. Down to the airport. You just come out, international and local. Very fantastic, so that people don't need to carry their vehicles to start heading to the airport. And in this case, it's not just one, it has 2F of the lands already. So for me, it's a project that Mr. President had told me it is in my heart. It is in my heart with the President's heart, so I must have to do everything to make sure that we accomplish that.
And the funding is ready?
The funding, yeah. The problem we're not having is operational cost. The bill they give, I think, is very astronomical. We cannot do that. So they are discussing with us tomorrow. We are going to reschedule the operational cost so that it's not just that it's ready. It is ready by the project being completed, and it's also ready by you using it.
So when you sort out the issue of the buses and transportation, how soon what is the timeline for the metro line project?
No, it's 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
So by this time next year, it should be functional.
Yeah, we believe so. Frankly speaking, we are going to work hard for it.
Can you possibly think of a moratorium for those who are facing an imminent demolition of their properties, like you mentioned on your inauguration day? Because now it's created a lot of shock. Would you, for some reasons, for those who are wrongly built somewhere and taking over property, but for equity's sake, that they've built in places, are you willing to give some moratorium, some weeks, some months, for them to take redress before you move in with your truck or your bulldozer?
See, this is what we'll how will you talk about equity? How does equity come in here? That you went and did what is wrong. And government said, look, we can't continue to allow this. Then you are bringing equity. What equity is that?
So no moratorium for them?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. We normally give notice. You won't just send the delivery control, go and demolish those. We normally take, for example, what just happened in Asokoro. That is a green area. In fact, I was informed by the delivery control that they have been trying to take them away, sentiment of this, traders of this and that. So this is the problem we have. You see people trading. Do you understand what I'm saying? And government comes to say, you can't do this. Now they go and meet some people they call civil societies, human rights, that they have nowhere to stay, though they are suffering economic hardship. That is rubbish. Totally rubbish. You don't talk about security. The security threats that all these things pose. So what we have done, we gave them notice. And you know what has happened? They've left. Because they know, it will not be business as usual, where they say it's normal government threat, nothing will happen. You know something will happen. And they are moved. We are moved. And we're now trying to plant green now, where people, from time to time can go, put chairs, to stay, relax. You can't, because of economic activity, you destroy the master plan. So they don't know. I know there may be some collaboration with those in charge of land, the ages and the rest. Of course. And that is why up till now, I've told the man in charge of ages, look, you must give me, where are those green areas that have been built on? Who are those who built on them? They're not the poor people. Because the poor people don't have the means to build on them. The best the poor people can do is to say temporarily, by using canopies and that's the best, but not building on it.
So there's no going back. They must go down.
No, there's no going back.
Governor Wike, you are a PDP member in an APC government. Yeah. Is that right?
Listen, you see, this is also one thing I found out in Nigeria. Governance is not about party. Party is a vehicle that converts you. Right? I'm a PDP member.
Up to now?
Oh, yes, unrepentable. But I said...
And you will not leave PDP?
Look, what I don't like in Nigerians, what have thou got to do with governance? Remember, Obasanjo and Atiku, president and vice president of this country, 1999, they took late Bola Ige, who was an aide member, not just to become Minister of Power, but Attorney General, #1 minister of the country. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Yes. Because Obasanjo and Atiku believed that he can contribute in this area. Did you understand that? I never hid my intention. As a PDP member, I came out that I'm going to support equity, fairness, and justice. Did I not say so? Did I not say so? Did we not say, look, You cannot, as a party, if you mean well for this country, to continue with the line you are going, it means that we don't have a place in the party. Therefore, the clamor for the presidency at this point in time should go to the South. So what is new now about anybody talking about I'm serving in APC government? I was in PDP. I supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes. Did I hide it?
Do you feel at home in the APC?
Not the APC.
No, you are in the government of the APC.
No.
Do you feel at home right here?
I feel at home working with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I feel at home. He has given me that courage. I've discussed with that he's a man who means well for the country. So he's looking for people who will support him and get Nigeria, achieve the renewed hope he has given to Nigeria. That is the point we're making. Are you assuming, let me tell you, assuming there was room for independent candidacy of anybody, then you can ask, of course, anybody, I would have supported him. But there's no room. He has to use a platform. I'm not here to work for a party. I'm here to support the president who has confidence in me to help him to deliver the renewed hope. And I owe nobody any apologies at all. I was in PDP. I worked for Ahmed Tinubu to be president of Nigeria. In fact, if people are forgetting history, no, in the Southeast and South, there's no one state the president won except Rivers State. Yes. We owe no apologies to it. We came out to say it earlier that we're going to support a Southerner to be president.
And you don't regret it?
Why should I regret? Do I look like somebody who will regret? I don't.
Are you afraid that your party might move against you and expel you?
Who's the party?
The PDP.
Who are the PDP people?
They are the executives of the party, the neck of the party. You saw that the former vice president and the presidential candidate are meeting with governors and leaders of the party.
Please.
You don't think that those can come against you?
But let me tell you this today. Let me tell you this. We're just waiting for the presidential panel to finish. You know who actually are those who are working well for the party. How can anybody talk about expelling me? A state that provided that bought a governor, a state that bought three senators, a state that produced 32 House of Assembly members over 32, a state that produced 11 out of 13 House of Reps. The person that will suspend me is the one that couldn't produce a governor, is the one that couldn't produce 3 senators, is the one that couldn't produce assembly. What? Look, I have not seen that person. With all due respect.
If they do it, what would you do?
Nobody will do it. So the issue of they will do does not arise.
What if it is in a plan?
Which plan?
To discipline you for
who would discipline me? I should be the one calling for the discipline of these people who violated the party constitution.
In what way?
In the way that the party said there must be rotation. And you violated the constitution of the party. Who dares that person that will say will suspend? Who is that person? Who? I want to dare anybody who will say that. Listen. We know men of character. I'm a man of character. I can tell you authoritatively. What happened? This government, what the press was saying was not what I said. I never said PDP governors nominated ministers. I never said so. I said that this government wrote to all the governors of PDP and APC to nominate people for appointments. That's what I said. To nominate people for appointment, 10 person, 13. Yes. And I said, PDP governors nominated people for appointment. Appointment is appointment, both as board, both as commissions, right? I challenge anybody who is the governor of PDP that said he never wrote any letter to this government for social people to be appointed under this government. Has anybody come to challenge me? Has anybody come to challenge me? Nobody has come to challenge
So
me.
PDP governors put forward names?
Of course.
For Bola Tinubu
Of course. Let any one governor come up to say, you are telling lies I never wrote. I photocopy and I will show the world. Come on. Sometimes, listen, to tell you how I respect the party. I respect the party. I wrote to the national chairman and his people that this is the offer made to me by the president. Did they say they told me not to collect, not accept? I wrote a letter to the zonal chairman of my party.
Did you get response?
Yes, they said accept it. It's a call for duty. I wrote to the state chairman of my party. He said accept it. I wrote to my governor. He said accept it. Who are these people coming to say they will discipline? Discipline who? Who discipline who? Look, forget about the rantings of the reggae dancers in their so-called, they say they know. They are all regretting of the actions they took. It is because of arrogance and impunity. Arrogance and impunity. That's what led the party where they are today.
Because the thought was that if there was the crisis in the PDP had not gone on, the one that led some of you to oppose the position of Atiku Abubakar being the presidential candidate, that if some of you had worked for the PDP, that the PDP had a stronger chance. In fact, there are those who believe that even out of the court, there is a possibility that PDP may have a chance in the court.
Now, let me tell you strictly too. Assuming even they have, it will not change my position of equity, fairness, and justice. It will not change my position. The position we said that I did not have that president for 8 years, which is there, therefore the South should have. It hasn't changed. It has not changed. So whichever way you look at it. But look, Shane, I've always told people that, you see, you don't tell people that you are the only one who matters. You are the only person who matters. No, that other people don't matter. No, you don't do that. I believe the right thing should be done at all times. If you have heard, there's nothing stopping you from being sober and say, look, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I thought I was right.
Have you gotten it wrong? Did you get it wrong?
No, I said those.
I'm asking you in any way on all of these steps that you have taken. Did you do anything wrong?
Nothing. That's why our conscience is very clear. That's why we can walk with our shoulders high. So I left my state very elated, very happy, like a hero.
Working against your party.
Working in favor of justice. Working in favor of equity and fairness. My party won governorship. My party won National Assembly. My party won State Assembly. The issue was a national election, which we are craving for equity, fairness, justice. That's what we're talking about. In fact, the party should come to River State and say, look, you have made us proud by making sure our party took these seats. The one you lost was the one we have been protesting. Do the right thing. You say you will never do the right thing. Agree on something you will do, you change. So they should say, listen, gentlemen, I think we got it wrong. We are sorry for what you did.
What if things change in the courtroom against the status quo as it is right now? What would you do?
What kind of changing?
I mean, the courts are going to be making decisions.
Why don't you believe that the things will be the way they are? Why don't you also have that belief?
It could go either way.
Fine, if you say so, but because your position is that look for me, it will not matter. That I stood firm that this is what is right to be done in the country. If the court said otherwise, it's a different thing. And that is not my prayer. And that's not my prayer.
You see that happening?
It can be none of the possibility. I have never failed. No, the God. No, I don't see that possibility. The God has.
You're a lawyer.
The God. Listen, we have lawyers doing their work. I don't want to do their work. Right? I believe, and I strongly believe, that the God I serve is not a sleeping God. I believe the God that has kept me today, that has made me to go through all these processes, will not just come and abandon us like that, though.
So you think your God supports Tinubu from now?
Supports the action we have taken, or the action we took.
To support Bola Tinubu?
Yes. Yes.
But, I mean, you said you are a PDP member.
Yes.
But there are reports about your name on the APC Governorship Campaign Council in Bayelsa.
That is how to tell you how important that is.
So you will be working against your party in Bayelsa?
No, that is not correct. You see that the chairman of the party had refuted it. See, you must know politics. There are some underground hands from movement people. You see, that today I'm the FCT minister is not what you can think. There are some APC people too that are not happy with it. Yes. Some people can play some funny for it and put his name there. Let this party say, I think he's a member. See, at my level, do I look at somebody who will do something and hide about it? Tell me, in this country today, do I need to play a game? You can't enroll me to anything. Whatever I would do. If I want to enter APC today, come on now, talk to my people. What are we doing here? What is this? Yes. See, I know it makes news, social media, this and that and that and that. People say I should go and answer to what does not exist.
You have not been formally told?
Not formally. Why will you put my name? I'm not a member. I'm still a member of PDP. Even those PDP that put my name in Bayelsa, did they tell me? Look, I'm not a kid. You don't railroad me anyhow. If I want to play a role in anything, I will play a role.
You were not consulted?
And no, don't. You cannot consult me. I'm not a member of APC. How do you consult me?
Did PDP consult you?
Well, because you're a member of the party, they may not. Because it's believed. But you see, I don't work where your services will not be required. I'm not a man running around to where work. No, I don't do that. No.
So how does this play out? If the PDP wants you to work with them for the governorship,
there are so many things PDP must correct
before you accept.
Yes. Yes. Certainly, yes.
What would you tell PDP today?
They know.
With what is happening?
They know. They have to apologize. They know.
To you?
Yes. And I was talking about my colleagues. Yeah, I see the presidential candidate, his boys ranting on television every day. I said it. You send them to abuse me, I don't care. You see, one thing this thing has shown, remember, when this problem were, you saw what Nduka Ogbebona, when his mother died. If you remember that video, when he was dancing with the former governor of Sokoto, my friend Tambuwal, you saw the video. You saw the analysis of our eyes. They were every morning centered on me. I kept quiet. I said, this election will prove one thing. Will prove one thing. And I'm happy, comfortable. It should. Of all of them, who delivered 3 senators in their state, who delivered 100% of the assembly, who delivered 98% of the House of Reps. Ask them. Today, I said, they had their media arise every morning, was centered on me. I kept quiet. I told our people, don't worry yourself. The end will justify who is important, who has electoral value. Not media value. I'm talking about electoral value. Not that you have a media house to insult somebody. Now look at it. I am proud. Finished well as governor. Did very well. My people gave me a heroic welcome. Yes. I delivered our candidates, yes. I delivered the candidate that I said would stand for justice, equity, and fairness against them, yes. So who's happy? Very happy, man. Very happy, man.
Is the Ganduje-led APC wanting you to come to the APC?
I have not discussed anything of that. Nobody has also approached.
But they are thinking that you will come to the APC.
I don't know where you are, where they are thinking.
I heard that they may want you to come to the APC.
You are the one telling me. Yeah. All I know that I want to support Asuwaju to finish well.
But being a member of the APC, don't you think that it will help your support for him?
What support?
You say you want to support Ashwaju?
I have told you that is, you see.
So being a member of the APC, since you are not...
It does not, was I in APC when the PDP, when the APC won the River State? Was I a member of APC when...
If the president seeks...
Does it not tell you that if in the whole of the Southeast and the South-South, the only state that the president won, Rivers, does it not tell you something? It tells you those who are in charge.
There are those who say that it's not your doing.
No, please, we are talking about the fresh animal elimination crab. Let us be sincere, don't be serious in what we are talking about. Look. So, look. Ashwaju never had one poster in Rivers. The president, yes. Ask any APC man that said he put up Ashwaju poster one day. Ask. So, I don't like to talk about some of these things. Ashwaju had campaign in Rivers, yes. If you said the government has, yes. I received the yes very well, yes. I made a statement that was it hidden? Did I say what Rivers people would do? And we did it, and we're happy for it. So, you see, if you're a governorship candidate, you will see campaign. You saw when we were going after our governorship campaign. Did we campaign for a PDP candidate? Did we campaign? We are not seeing it live on television every time. Did we have our views? We said at the appropriate time, we'll vote for equity, we'll vote for fairness, we'll vote for justice. And we have voted for equity, fairness, and justice. And we owe nobody any apologies at all.
Honorable Minister,
yes.
I'd like to anchor this interview on this one. A lot of suffering is in the land. There is economic hardship in Nigeria. The situation is dire.
Yeah.
This government has also said that things are bad.
Yes.
What would you tell Nigerians? What would you tell Nigerians today as regarding the situation of the country and the kind of hope that they have for their future?
Yes, let me tell you. You know, this country must learn very well. I have never seen a country that believes in miracle. Nigeria believes so much in miracle. Miracle.
Maybe because politicians...
No, it's not true. You are part of the problem we have. Let me tell you, when I mean you, I'm not saying you, Ashewun. Now, let me tell you something. I have just told you here the problems we have in our city. That it requires hard decisions to be taken.
That those who believe that maybe Peter Obi would have probably taken better decisions.
I don't want social media issue here.
Peter Obi was a president.
I don't want
I
don't want to discuss social media issues. I don't want this popularity. People talk about social media. I don't like that.
Peter Obi,
please, I want reality on ground. I don't discuss those things. And I don't discuss about presidential candidates any longer. I discuss about the economy, the president, what he has to offer. I don't want to... If he would have been better, Nigerians would have voted for him. So this is who Nigeria voted for. And that's what I'm concerned now.
So you believe in Bola Tinubu?
Not about belief. It's more than belief. He has the capacity. Just give him support. Pray for him. Nigerians don't like people who take decisions that will help us at the long run. You have a lot of cabals that is trying to step on toes. Those cabals will also not let go. They will do everything. They will set crisis, unions here and there. That's how you see fight in political things like this. So don't think that all these people, no. Look. You were here. Nigerians suffered under a central bank governor. What happened? Cash. People died. So many things happened. Who in Nigeria did we die? Did we die? Why not give the president the chance? Give him support. change our attitude. Our mindset is so bad. We already have a mindset. A decision the man takes, you have those who go to social media, they pay them, and go to social media. They say, no, the president did that. I am here. The only person I look to, first of all, God Almighty, the only person I ask is the president. Is he happy what I'm doing? He's my boss. He appointed me. He tells me, he set my agenda. Nobody set my agenda. He gave me the template. This is what I want in Abuja. And I'm going to carry out to the letter.